All right, so now let me switch gears to something. So we talk about that. If I miss some next week, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Next week, I'm gonna come up with my team, a team of 10 players, top players out of Kentucky. Top players out of Kentucky. If you're listening to this and you're from Indiana or you're from Illinois, right? I'm gonna give you my email address in the show. In the show, send me your top 10 players out of Illinois and Indiana. When I post this, I'm gonna put it on my Facebook, all that stuff to literally send me send me that. Maybe we can get that down at the bottom too. Down at the bottom. The question of the day, the assignment of the day is that send me your top 10 players out of Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois. I'm gonna give you mine next week. Okay, I'm gonna give you mine next week. Now, now let's go back to Louisville Invitational Tournament. Again, super pumped. The 35-second shot clock, man. You gotta understand. You gotta understand. I've been to thousands of ball games. The worst games is when they do the stall tactic. When they do the stall tactic. My thing is, I get it. If you're up, you want to be smart. You want to be smart with your possessions, all that type of stuff. But I've seen games where they're up, and I mean they just hold the ball. And the other team on defense just sits back like, all right, I'm just going to say you can't hold the ball forever. Well, yes, they can. Yes, they can. But I think this shot clock, what it's gonna do, and I'm hoping all the high school basketball goes to it. I'm hoping that not just high school but AAU. I hope all of it goes to it because you're trying to prepare these kids for the next two levels that these players want to go to. Next two levels. It's simple. They want to go to college and professional. You have to prepare them in some way. You have to. And I'm not talking about NIL. I'm not talking about all that type of stuff. We'll get to that whole subject later. But you want to prepare them the best way possible when it comes to playing, right? The sense of urgency that shot clock is going to have, but the sense of purpose of making sure my possession is coveted, that I'm making the right decision, and you also it will allow you to see how much fight your players got in when they're down. And it's time of possession. Time of possession. It's clock management, time management, all that type stuff is what the shot clock is going to allow. And again, I'm excited. I'm kind of wondering how they're going to do it. I've seen the shot clocks that are on the ground. I've seen very little high school gyms that have the shot clock above the backboard. So I'm very curious to see how that's going to be. But anyway, so I'm gonna tell you this week. We had down here in Louisville, we had a whole week of snow, and I was making a comment. I was like, man, I don't remember it being out this much. Period. I mean, they get out for wet. They get out for how cold it is, and what man. I was still hiking my ass to the bus stop. I mean, had my hood on, was walking backwards because y'all know the trick was walking backwards so that wind can hit your coat and hit the back and not your face, right? Walking back, I'm like, man, I remember them days, and I'm like, hold up. I remember cutting through grass and cutting through snow, and you're hiking. You get on the bus, and the bottom of your pants is soaking wet. So you got to sit in the seat that got the heater. Come on, man. Like I said, born in '82. Born in '82. Yes, yeah, I remember. I remember, and it was super cold because if you caught the bus real early, the bus ain't had time to heat up. So you was sitting there cold. I remember mad at the world. Trust me, I understand. But man, so we were out the week. So the LIT got pushed back. So now it was going to start tomorrow, which is Monday. It's going to start tomorrow. Actually, it's going to start on Tuesday, January 14th. I'm actually going to be checking out a game. So hey, if you see me, say what's up. I'm actually be checking out a game. Male versus Atherton. And it was at Wagner, but now it's going to be at Male High School. So I will be there. Check it out. Former player of mine is one of the assistant coaches that I'm real close to. I want to see what the team looks like, but also I want to check out Jordan Mitchell. I know his dad. Shout out to Coach Carlos Mitchell. Jordan Mitchell is I think he's about 6'3", 6'2", 6'3", up and coming player. Man, heard he's a extremely good point guard. Played for uh, Team Rise. Team Rise's Under Armour circuit team, and I really want to check him out. And I know um, they got they have some other dynamic players that I'm really interested in seeing. And I think right now they're 8-4, I believe. Now I'm gonna tell you something. Atherton, and I hate to say this, but I played 98, 99, 2000, and I'm gonna tell you during that time we believe that when we played, I was in Region 7, right? So I played at Wagner. I was in Region 7. Man, it was whew, probably the toughest region in the state. Consistently. Consistently. And I want to say you probably had the most top players coming out of that region. Maybe six. I'd say probably 6, 7. Um, so anyway, but Atherton used to be, not now, but used to be the school that when you see them on your schedule, you're like, okay, I'm going to go for some type of career high, or I know this is going to be a win. Right now, they've always had decent players, right? But collectively, they had always like struggled. But now they're sitting at 9-5. Now, mind you, I've been away for a long time. I've been away about 15 years or so. But I'm just saying, back then, and I've always kept up with sports down here in my hometown. But I'm saying that back then, Atherton, you ain't look at Atherton as like a competitive foe, right? You knew they were going to fight, you knew they were going to scrap, but you didn't think that they had they had enough to beat you depending on what team you were, right? But I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, Mel's 8-4, Atherton's 9-5. That's gonna be a good game. That's gonna be, and it's at Mel now. At Mel, now I understand they got a new floor, so it would suck to have your first game on a new floor and you lose. So I'm just saying, Mel, I'm just saying, putting a little pressure on you, putting a little pressure on you. Coach Motley. Shout out to Coach Motley, my guy for over 20 something years is my guy. I'm telling, hey, I'm putting some pressure on you, putting some pressure on you and your boys. Hey, have them ready to go. Atherton is coming. They're 9-5. You guys are 8-4. Okay. But man, and then there's I mean the bracket is just, man, you got, just when I thought St. X was gonna be the number one seed, Manual High School is the number one seed. Coach Coleman out there, man, it doesn't surprise me because Coach Coleman is a very, 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 very good coach, very knowledgeable of the basketball game. He's very, very good coach, and I know he has them boys playing well. So I'm definitely gonna check them out. I'm gonna try to check them out sometime this season, and see what they're about. But I'm gonna tell you, they have a tough game, tough game. So Seneca was able to get in. I think they got in at like the 16th seed. So now people look at the seed and they're like, oh man, it's gonna be an easy win. I'm gonna tell you something. Leroy Hickerson, the coach out of Seneca, played against him in high school. First of all, dynamic basketball player, dude. If you seen him jump, he was probably looking at the bottom of his sneakers, bottom of his shoes. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you, had a wonderful college career, great pro career. I'm so happy that he is back, and that he is coaching at Seneca High School. Very happy they're in good hands. He's gonna have them boys ready. And I'm gonna tell you, from what I was following last season and even earlier this season, man, them boys respond to him and they play. So it's not gonna be as easy as like the seedings may suggest, right? It's not gonna be as easy as seasons may suggest. But I'm gonna tell you, man, he was that number one seed. I cannot count that game out. I cannot count that game out. So got some really good games. I mean, lineups. You got Trinity's playing, Saint X is playing, and Saint X, even though the number two seed, they're probably still the favorite. They're probably still the favorite. Like I said, I've seen them play, man, and impressive because they do one thing extremely. They do a lot of stuff extremely well. One thing is if they out rebound you, game's over with. Let me tell you that right now. Let me tell you that right now. And with that said, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna give. You know what? I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna give my prediction. My prediction is I can't give a prediction yet. I'm very interested to see who comes out of that manual. My thing is if manual can come out, it's gonna be a really good game. Manual and Saint X. If if they happen to reach manual Saint X, I'm not gonna count out Mel. Mel's always traditionally been a very good team, very good program as well. So Eastern is playing. I think they play J Town, so that's going to be a good game. J Town is rolling as well. So I mean, it's a lot of good games going on. I'm telling you, this Louisville Invitational tournament. If you can check it out, please check it out. Please come check it out. You would not be disappointed. Not be disappointed. Okay. But yeah, listen. So so when it comes to that, shout out to Louisville. Shout out to Louisville Cardinals. Shout out to the Louisville Cardinals, man. You win, you beat Clemson, you go to Virginia and you beat Virginia. The tough game was Pitt. And was I mean Pitt, I think it's Coach Capel out there, has always been an Achilles heel in a lot of people's side. I'm gonna tell you, no pun intended, no pun intended, because I tore my Achilles in September, so no pun intended. But I'm telling you this: Pittsburgh is a sound team, and this is just gonna segue into next week when we start talking about college guys. Is Louisville going on the road and winning? Man, listen, I'm a big Louisville fan. You can't tell me nothing right now. You can't tell me anything right now. I'm super pumped. Super pumped for Louisville. I think they got it right when they got it right with Pat Kelsey. Really, they got it right. And I think we had to the program had to go through some things in order to be able to receive Pat Kelsey. And I think Pat Kelsey had to go through some things to be able to receive the University of Louisville. And I think it all works out. Trust me, I think it all works out. Man, he's got a really good staff. Shout out to Peyton Siva, one of the assistant coaches on staff. I think his influence, his energy, and the fact that he's a Pacific Northwest kid that has literally turned Louisville into his home. I think it's awesome. I hear he owns Shoot 360. So shout out to him on that. Might try to get him to be a guest as well. So, but yeah, listen, I'm excited this week. They're back to school, so now it's. I think today was the first day they could practice. Maybe yesterday, first day that they could practice after being out for a week. Then they'll probably practice. They're gonna practice tomorrow. So that stuff is gonna is gonna be able to help define how these games end up. You know what I'm saying? Because they haven't had a lot of time. And then on top of that, you also got to think if you're snowed in, did you go to a gym? What gyms are open? What are you doing on your own? Things like that. All that stuff plays into preparation and also plays into the game itself. So listen, I am super excited for this. And shout out to side note for college football. Shout out to Coach Freeman, Notre Dame, the first black head coach to be coaching in the national championship game. Huge. That game between Notre Dame and Penn State, yes, it was just huge just because you knew one of them was going to be the first black coach. Man, I'm super pumped for that game. I am going to go for any other team. I am going to go for Notre Dame. I would go for that just because I want to see history, and I love the way they've been playing. Man, they've been playing awesome. Been playing awesome. So shout out to that. But also, so listen, I want to start doing this towards the end of my show. Is we're gonna have more to the game special star. Okay, more to the game special star. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna talk about an athlete, something that is remarkable in their life, something that they're going through, good, bad, and different, whatever the case may be. But I just think it's something we need to hear. So this week's more to the game special star is the kid's name is Johnny Jackson. right? He's out of New Jersey, Ridgewood, New Jersey. And I seen this. I seen this on Instagram. This dude, first of all, I'm gonna give you his points. 25 points per game. His team is 7-1 or 8-1 right now. He's broke scoring records, um, and he's literally just transcending the game and leading his team. He's already won. I think he's won a championship last year or something like that. But here's here's the kicker: the kid is doing this with stage 4B Hodgkin lymphoma disease. Let me repeat that. He's doing this with stage 4B Hodgkin's lymphoma disease. And it takes every chemo session that this kid has is 4 to 5 hours. But here's the thing: works out every day. Doesn't hasn't missed a day of working out and hasn't missed a game. He continues to do chemo. And I think he has one or two more sessions left of chemo. You want to talk about perseverance? You want to talk about like pushing and pushing and pushing, right? The devil is a lie, and God is really showing Himself in Johnny Jackson. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He's really showing Himself in Johnny Jackson. Listen, when you're still, that's when the enemy can get a hold of you. When you're still, that's when the enemy can get a hold of you. When you continue to push and persevere, man, like it's hard to hit a moving target. Hard to hit a moving target. Johnny Jackson is being hard to hit by the devil right now. This stage 4B Hodgkin lymphoma disease, he's he's transcending. He's transcending right now. 25 points per game. His team is 7-1 or maybe 8-1 now. He's already broken scoring records. This kid is doing this and hasn't missed a day. Do not tell me you're tired. Do not tell me you got stuff to do. I don't want to hear it. And you got a bigger goal? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. But oh man, when I saw that, it hit me. I saw that it really hit me. Here's the email address. So remember what you gotta do. Actually just talk to me. Email me whatever you want. Email whatever you want, man. If if there's a player that I'm missing and I need to get out and see, email me, email me, email me, email me. Email me, right? So top players out of Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois. Just email me. Listen, it's more to the game dot gm10 sports at gmail.com. So listen, more to the game dot gm10 sports, okay, at gmail.com. Hit me up. This is your host, Brandon Moore. Thanks for tuning in.